Hello and welcome to another round of football highlights in partnership with iSports Analysis, this week bringing you two games from the Essex Senior League.
Fifth place Woodford Town were away to St Margaretsbury and were a point behind Sporting Bengal. The hosts, on the other hand, were 17th and close to the bottom. Right from the off, St Margaretsbury were on the attack, but Woodford were proving very resilient. The Bury came close to scoring the opener, but Woodford goalkeeper Daniel Smith saved this one. Woodford would soon be on the offensive, but attempts at goal by Chris John and Norman Kebby were rebuffed by the St Margaretsbury defence. The subsequent corner wouldn't do them any favours either, as Frankie Naidu's effort arced high over the crossbar. Despite strong resistance from the Woodford defenders, St Margaretsbury would score the first goal of the match as Ryan Reid was in the right place at the right time to fire the ball into the top left corner. The home side quickly wanted to add a second, but Reid's shot only hit the side netting, resulting in a corner. The corner, however, went awry, as Woodford defenders were able to deflect the ball away. Woodford were keen to equalise and Kebby came very close, but the St Margaretsbury defence cut him out. This corner for St Margaretsbury didn't pay dividends as the Woodford defence proved too strong for them. Woodford soon tried to retaliate, but one of their attacking players was brought down and a corner was awarded to them. Frankie Naidu should have taken advantage, but his goal-bound effort whistled past the posts. Woodford was still not giving up, but no matter what they did, St Margaretsbury were too strong for them. Chris John would soon be given a yellow card after a foul on Ryan Reid. Nevertheless, the Woods were still keen to equalise, but a couple of long-range efforts just could not go into the net. Reid tried a long-range pass to his teammates, but Woodford captain Tola Oda-Doyen deflected the ball away. The Woods tried to level the score with this long ranger, but the ball went too high over the crossbar. Another corner soon followed, but the St Margaretsbury defence kept the ball away. The home side would soon be back on the offensive, but Woodford cut them out. St Margaretsbury's corner was swiftly kept out by the Woodford defenders. The Bury had a chance to score with this long ranger, but it only clipped the crossbar. Great teamwork among the players almost resulted in St Margaretsbury doubling their lead, but the ball was too wide that time. But they would get their second goal soon afterwards as Kyle Roberts used his right foot to good effect and fired the ball into the bottom left corner. St Margaretbury were on course to make it 3, but Andy Greenslade was cut out by Tola Oidodoyin. Woodford would also prove adept at keeping out the following corner, as St Margaretbury did not have enough time to react. Norman Kevy passed to his attacking teammates, but he was brought down just outside the penalty area. The away fans shouted for a penalty, but the referee wasn't moved.
Organised, guys, this way, organised, shut up! Organised, too fucking quiet!
St Margaretbury had another chance to make it 3 with this free kick. Carl Roberts passed to James Falaise, but Falaise fouled Daniel Smith. Woodford Town would reduce the goal deficit as Nektratriaris Varouakis added his name to the score sheet despite opposition from Akwasi Marfo. The Woods were bolstered by the goal and were aiming to equalise, but St Margaretbury kept them out on this occasion. Woodford continued to throw everything at St Margaretbury, but the home side was still proving to be resilient. A late corner nearly levelled the score for Woodford, but the ball was kept out by a strong St Margaretbury defence. Frankie Naidu tried to equalise from outside the 18-yard box, but the ball went high over the crossbar. But the Woods, however, were not done yet. Varouakis lined up this free kick, but the ball only went wide off the post.
Well done.
As time ran out, it became clear that St Margaretbury would resist any challenge from Woodford Town. They, however, nearly made it 3, as Ryan Reid nearly headed in a long-range assist. St Margaretbury may well indeed have had their third had Daniel Smith not been alert, despite him nearly mishandling the ball. Woodford tried everything they knew to level the score, but St Margaretbury continued to thwart them. This last-ditch effort free kick was sadly in vain, as shortly afterwards the final whistle blew. St Margaretbury's win moved them up to 13th and only 2 points from the top 10. Woodford fell to 8th, but their chances of making the playoffs are still far from over. Sporting Bengal United hosted Redbridge at the Mile End Stadium. The Bengal Tigers came into this game 4th in the table and 2 points behind #United. Redbridge, on the other hand, were 10th, having won 3 of their games and lost the remainder. Sporting Bengal were on the offensive, but some clever defensive work from the Redbridge defence kept the ball out. Unfortunately, it was to be their undoing, as a foul on Chaka Barnett resulted in a penalty. Charles Gregory put away the penalty with no trouble, and Sporting Bengal were 1-0 up after 10 minutes.
Plenty of time, Redbridge, come on!
Barnett tried to pass the ball to his teammate in order to double Sporting Bengal's lead, but a Redbridge defender was too quick. Redbridge would equalise barely 2 minutes after Sporting Bengal's first goal as Daniel Gilchrist scored when he was well within the 18-yard box. Sporting Bengal tried to take advantage of this free kick, but Bobby Redwood's effort from outside the penalty area went too wide.
I like you, Bobby!
Gilchrist passed to Tony Martin, but Martin could not get the ball past Sporting Bengal keeper Bilal Khan. A free kick was awarded to Redbridge shortly afterwards, but Tom Harvey's long ranger went just wide. Abraham Jairet passed to Bengal Tigers captain Stephen Carvell, but Carvell's opportunity to score whistled past the post.
Shoot! Go!
Daniel Gilchrist went for goal again, but Khan easily stopped him. A subsequent free kick nearly resulted in the Motormen being 2-1 up, but the ball bounced off the post. Redbridge still kept digging in and Gilchrist nearly had the ball in the net, but he was unlucky that the ball narrowly scraped the right post. His teammate tried to make amends for that, but the Sporting Bengal defence cleared the ball out. Stephen Carvell tried to break the stalemate for Sporting Bengal early on in the second half, but the ball went wide off the left post. Not even this free kick and a Chaka Barnett's header could edge the Bengal Tigers ahead. Sporting Bengal would get their second in the 52nd minute when Kirtley McIntosh benefited from excellent teamwork by his teammates to slot in a left footer.
Go finish that!
Yeah! Come on! Well, hey, Steve!
All the way from that corner.
Not long afterwards, Bobby Redwood scored Sporting Bengal's third after Barnett passed the ball to him. Tom Harvey thought he produced the deficit for Redbridge, but the referee judged him to be offside. Redwood was ready to fire in his second goal of the match, but Redbridge keeper Florent Gislet halted his charge abruptly. There was a frenzy inside the 18-yard box, but Redbridge captain Liam Burgess took advantage of the confusion to pull one back for his side. Tony Martin went for the leveller, but the Sporting Bengal defence was too quick for him.
What? Wake up! Come out!
Bobby Redwood was looking to add his second as Sporting Bengal's fourth, but he aimed too wide.
Oh my goodness. Bobby, release!
Redbridge substitute Roujon Tuit looked to pass to his attacking teammates, but Bruce Anthony brought him down and a penalty to the Motormen was awarded. Daniel Gilchrist stepped forward and levelled the score with 13 minutes left. Redbridge were hungry for more, and Sam Dickens nearly gave his side the lead.
Come back to him! Off!
Stephen Carville's attempt to regain the lead for Sporting Bengal was saved by Gislet. Gilchrist nearly went for the winning goal, but Sporting Bengal substitute Dominic Stevens cleared the ball away.
And again.
Tom Harvey tried to make up for this, but he slipped up and the ball was deflected by Bilal Khan. Redbridge were awarded a corner, but the ball was deflected by the Sporting Bengal defence.
It was open. You got better hit.
It mattered little in the end, as both sides left with a point apiece after a belter of a match. As a result of the draw, Sporting Bengal dropped to 6th, but Redbridge still remain in 10th. Here's how the other clubs did in the weekend's games. League leaders Saffron Walden Town picked up yet another win by trouncing Clapton away 4-1. Hadley maintained a place in the top 5 by winning 3-1 at home to Stansted, and Southend Manor beat Ilford at home 2-1. Takeley won 3-2 at home against bottom of the table Sawbridgeworth Town. Walthamstow beat Cockfosters at home 3-0, and West Essex demolished Enfield 7-0 at home.
Thanks for joining us for this week's Essex Senior League highlights. Please don't forget to check out the links to the description below. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next week.